So I'm here with Mike Hare from Alabama, and he's here to show us a little bit about the Qwick Kurb.
Well, thank you, Ben. Appreciate you inviting me out for a few minutes to discuss my product. I'd like to introduce to you the Qwick Kurb lane separator system. What I'm holding here is a end piece. One of the three major components of the Qwick Kurb system. We have an end piece, a male and a female end piece, as well as the actual curb sections, which interlock together to form one continuous run of curb. The system is manufactured out of recycled telephone cable. We take that product and mold it together to form the curb. We found that since we use telephone cable, that it is as a base material, it has an extremely wide freeze-thaw cycle. So in the wintertime, it doesn't get hard and brittle. In the summertime, it doesn't get soft and mushy. From the bottom, we do have raised. We have feet on each section of each piece of curb, and the reasoning for the feet is to allow water to sheet up under the system. Next, I would like to talk about the three different uprights that Qwick Kurb manufactures for our lane separator system. We have the L125 Bollard, which is round in shape and very effective when you have traffic approaching it from any direction. Then next we have the L104 Mega Marker, which is elliptical in shape. Again, it's used for more or less for through traffic applications. And we also have the L84 Workzone panel over here to the side. It's orange in color and it's a little bit shorter, and it's designed to be removed and installed more frequently for Workzone applications when you're in a fluid Workzone environment. The L125 Bollard, as I mentioned earlier, it's round in shape. It has two 4-inch bands of reflective sheeting that are 15 linear inches in length. It has a bump out on the top, which protects the sheeting during impacts as vehicles, when a vehicle does happen to impact the system. The bump out kind of keeps the vehicle from impacting and damaging your sheeting. It's a 2-piece unit. You have bolts on the bottom, so as when the field maintenance time does come around, rather than having to remove the whole unit, remove the 2 bolts, pop the top off, put a new top in place, run the bolts back down, and you're back in business. The L104 Mega Marker, which is the next unit I'd like to talk about. Again, this is used more for when you're separating through traffic. It has 232 inches of reflective sheeting on it. It's elliptical in shape, so as you can see, as you approach it, it's still effective even up to extreme angles. You still see the majority of the reflective sheeting coming back at you. Very durable, very formidable product that demands a lot of attention from the motors. The last product I'd like to mention is the L84 Workzone panel. As you can tell, it's got the flex is a little bit smaller than what you'd have, say, for instance, here on the L104, but it's designed more for Workzone applications. It's easier, quicker, and simpler to swap out and replace in the field. Again, you have a 4-inch wide sheet of reflective sheeting for lots of target value. The sheeting is recessed in behind a plastic ridge, so that when a vehicle hits the upright, they don't actually hit the sheeting and damage your sheeting. So it helps extend the life of the reflective sheeting for you. I'd like to talk to you a few moments about how to install the Qwick Kurb system. First, I'd like to say that safety is the number one concern. Always make sure that you're in a safe working environment. Second off, is whenever you get ready to lay out the curb system, always start with your male end first, which is denoted by the metal hook here on the end. Start with your male piece, wherever your initial job location starts. Set it into place, and then draw you a chalk line or pop you a chalk line to make sure that you keep the system straight as you lay the pieces out. Once that's done, come back with a hammer drill the end piece bolt into place, and then start laying out the curb system, and by just interlocking each section of curb together. What we'll do here next is I'll grab this section of curb. It has a hook and a male and female end. Set them together. Has a nut and a bolt as well. Hook the section of curbs together with the nut and the bolt. take your hammer drill, drill the 2 additional pieces together, and continue building the system out for the specified length of the project. When you hit the end of the system, take your female end piece, come to the end, drop it in place. Now that the system's built out, we move forward to installing the uprights. You'll notice one side has a bump out, and if you notice on the flexes, you have a thin end and a thick end. So what happens is, you take the thin end, go over the piece with the bump out, a little lubrication to make sure it slides easy, pull it through the system, lock it in place. Now that we have the panel installed into the curb system, this particular unit here is our single unit base plate, our L54 unit. Same principle, same concept, same slot as the standard curb system that we just demonstrated the assembly of. Now I want to demonstrate the addition of the black securing arcs that are very important in the system. The reasoning for these are, in the case of a side impact, since the system, the panels are slid into the curb system from the side, it's very important to include these back into the system, so if the system's hit from the side, the panels aren't knocked out. So what you'll do, if you'll notice, we have a black securing arc. We also have 3 additional bolts, self-threading bolts. We have a long one, very important. The long one goes into the middle first, goes through the curb system, goes through the metal strap on the upright that helps lock it in place. Take an impact gun, drive that bolt in place, then take the 2 shorter pieces and run each one in from the side, and what those do, it actually clamps and locks everything together. At that point, the upright is locked into place, and it's not going to get knocked out by an errant vehicle or an accidental hit from the side. And last component of the system is the reflective arcs. Again, a very important piece of the system, and the reason for this is, as you can tell, it has reflective cat's eyes in each arc. That's to let the motors know to realize at nighttime, not only do we have uprights on the roadway, there's also a raised curb element on the roadway. Each section of curb has a slot built into it for the arc to fit in. It's very easy to install. You just set it into place, take a rubber mallet, 2 taps of the rubber mallet, it locks it in place, and it's there for the remainder of the project.
Well, thanks, Mike, for coming out.
Thank you, Ben, for having me out.
If you have any questions, feel free to contact Road Tech, or you can reach Mike Hare
at QwickKurb.com.